So just to recap, I was before talking about Wonder Woman's Rogues Gallery, I was agreeing that she doesn't have, um, as extensively good a Rogues Gallery as say Batman, but she does have villains that, if in the right hands, if put in the right hands, should be every bit as successful as a character such as like the Joker or Bane. To be honest, I think a lot of the ones that I am going to mention, a lot of the villains that I'm going to mention of hers are even better than Bane. Now, a universal theme, and this is true, and please, if anyone can contradict this point, please tell me, is that one of the issues with superheroes is that the more powerful the superhero, that is, the more powerful the superhero, the less extensive their good villains are. Why is that? Because it is very, very difficult to think of somebody who can match Superman. It's very, very difficult to think of someone who can match Wonder Woman, who could do it. She's strong, she's a warrior, she flies, she's super fast, she has magical weapons. It's very, very difficult to work out who can harm this go-getter girl. Um, so, it's again, it's that theme, the Green Lantern as well. He's got Sinestro, he's got a few others, but you get this super powerful character, or the Flash, really, really powerful character, and you can't figure out who can fight them. That people will respond to. It's not like Batman. Batman can fight a human. It's very, very easy. You put a human, you give that human a theme that is against the very kind of philosophy of Batman, or a human that mirrors Batman's journey, i.e., was born out of tragedy and radically transformed into this creature of the night. And then you've got success. It's a human. Very easy. Wonder Woman, Superman, not so easy, and that's why they don't have as extensive a rogues gallery who are appealing as Batman, or say Daredevil. However, as I've stated in the last video, and I'm trying to defend now, she does have a some really great ones. So I'm going to start off just telling you a few, 10 that really interest me. Now, one of them came along very recently, and that is Alcyon. She is a creation of Gail Simone. She featured as the main villain in a story called The Circle. Now, I think she's absolutely exceptional a villain. Really psychological. Could even be an arch villain of Wonder Woman's. Now, just to give you a brief description, I mean, this chick really scares me. She reminds me of what the evil chick in Misery would have been if she had superpowers. She's a psychological match for Wonder Woman. She's very tactical and cunning, and she's very strong, and she has magical weapons. Most of all being her magic bow and arrow, with arrow tips made from the tears of Medusa. She's also a skilled warrior and general, but most of all, she's one sick puppy obsessed with Hippolyta, queen of the Amazons and mother of Wonder Woman. And dare I mention that Alcyon also has a little predilection and taste for infanticide, and believes in her cause so much that Wonder Woman is somehow going to bring about the destruction of Paradise Island, that she is willing to do all kinds of dastardly things to lure Wonder Woman in and finally destroy her. She is an excellent villain. I probably haven't even done her justice, but really great villain. The next villain on my list of great Wonder Woman villains that could be explored. Now, this is one you might think at first sight, I don't know about this one. But also, I'm not just talking about how they've been written, but also the potential to be great villains. But this one actually has been written fairly well in recent times anyway, especially by Greg Rucka. The next one is Dr. Psycho. Now, he's a psychiatrist who gains telepathic powers and powers of hypnotic suggestions. Um, I think he's a really, really fantastic foil for Wonder Woman and presents like this really deadly threat to her allies. What's interesting about this one is obviously Wonder Woman has a power to see through illusions, but that isn't something that her friends or allies have as well. So often he can use them and manipulate them to come against her or do harm to themselves in a really, really cool way. And because he's, this is something Greg Rucka explored, because he's a psychologist or a psychotherapist, he often uses really, really they sick, psychological suggestions to do his evil deeds. So he convinces people to do things to themselves or harm themselves, and is always like one step ahead of Wonder Woman, and revels in causing her misery. And all of this because secretly underlying, he kind of is in love with her, which is a theme that is going to come up again and again in Wonder Woman's villains. Um, Unfortunately, I'm very, very sorry. I've got a problem with my video at the moment, so I'm going to have to do another part to this. It's really like my video keeps turning off. But so I've gone through two villains that I think are really, really exceptional. I will get to the next villain on the list in my next video. So the Rogues Gallery is going to be in two parts. I initially planned it to be in one.